Good morning. Very early morning. Okay, I wanted to come on here and talk about an important topic. Taking responsibility for our own actions, aka watching where we dump our toxic garbage, aka where we explode with our anger, and how it affects other people. I had my own experience recently, and it's really helped me, take a look at it from a different perspective. When we get angry and it builds and then we just let it go wherever instead of stepping back and walking away, we have this explosion of icky energy that comes out, and there are most likely people around us that affects. And so through that experience, it had me open my eyes to see, oh, maybe I should be mindful of where I'm spewing this crap so it's not affecting other people. Because if I got an issue, I want to work through it myself, and I don't want to affect other people with it, because then it's going to affect me, then I'm going to get it back. People are going to explode their anger on me, and I have to clean that off, and it's a messy affair. It's better when we can deal with it for ourselves and channel it in an appropriate way. Or channel it in a way where it doesn't harm others. That's what I'm saying. Because the energy can be intense. Children don't know what's going on. That can be confusion for them. They can be scared. Other people, should be able to, go about their day without having interference of, other people's energies coming at them or being around them. It doesn't feel comfortable to release anger around other people, at least for me. And I'm really kind of, seeing how I can avoid myself from just exploding and not be able to control where it comes out. Because that does mean if I'm exploding out and I can't control it, then somewhere inside me needs some work. When I deal with my anger, I find that the best way to deal with it, especially if you got that energy, go run. Go out in nature, go dance, go punch something, go take a hammer to a piece of wood, a punching bag, go exercise. First, find a way to get that energy out in a positive way. Give yourself some time to cool down. Feel the intensity of that energy. I'm not saying don't do anything with it or feel it. Acknowledge it. And say, okay, I'm feeling intense anger right now. I am pissed. Get me out of here. And so, through that, we can fully feel the anger for what it is. And then we can kind of work our way through it and be like, okay, I've got this intense feeling. And so what am I to do with this? And so you can start pondering, like, what's the root of this? What have I not honored for myself? What have I not said? What's being kept in here? Because if we explode out and just let words come out, we're going to say things we don't mean. We're going to say mean things. We're projecting things on people. We're going to be saying things that aren't true. We're going to be dramatizing things. And that's for us to experience, not other people. Other people have their own stuff. And so I know it's not always going to be prevented, but I highly, highly recommend that you take a look at your anger process, because people being around other people who explode like that can build resentments up. People look at you different manner. They will judge you, and it's not necessarily good or bad, but people who could see that, will be like, well, I don't really want to be around that energy, or this person's got something wild and crazy running in their heart that they haven't dealt with, or, what is going on? And it just opens yourself up for energies that you don't need. So if you deal with it in your own personal manner, you're going to get better results. You're going to get that energy dissipated outwardly instead of, into somebody else or in a small space. Nobody's going to get hurt, feelings hurt, energy hurt, energy drained, and if people, a lot of times if people are around that angry energy, they're going to pick some of it up and they're going to project it on somebody else. Do you want that negative wheel to continue going because you put that out there? I don't want that on my watch. Sometimes people don't feel safe around people who are angry. The intensity of it, can scare people away. And so it just all around feels better once you have gone through the anger experience, when you have dealt with it yourself. A lot of times once you've taken a walk or to spend some of that energy, that intensity of the feeling starts to subside and you're like, oh, this is what's going on. Maybe you need to do some writing. Maybe you need to do some more walking. Maybe you need to do some exercise. Maybe there's something you need to change. Maybe you're not honoring yourself. Maybe you're not respecting yourself. Maybe you're not giving yourself attention that you need. Maybe you're not giving yourself... But always, when you get to the blow point of exploding with your anger, it's nobody else's problem but your own. I know it doesn't seem like it in the moment, and boy, is that a harsh reality to experience, but that's yours. That's coming from you. You get to own that. It is yours. It's nobody else's. I used to say it was people's fault that I got angry because they poked and prodded me. Well, actually, if I'm letting that energy out, that's my problem. I've allowed them to poke and prod me. So it just shows me where I get to grow and where I can strengthen myself. If somebody can poke and prod me to get my beast coming out, then where can I do some work in here so I don't let what their BS is affect me as much? So getting to wade through that, where, asking questions from the universe or God or Goddess would be a good time. Be like, I know I'm feeling this intense feeling of energy. Please show me the reason behind it. What's the lesson? What's the root of this situation? And so just work through it that way. Get it dissipated in the moment. Get away from anybody. It does a lot better of channeling that energy out when you are away. You can clear your thoughts. You're not listening to people. You're not hearing music. Just give that anger its full attention in that seat and find out what it's about. What's the lesson? Do you have a pattern of these anger outbursts that you can work through, that you want to change? What power lies in your anger? What patterns from family, friends, or programming have you learned this process of releasing your anger? And just find out what that means to you. Ask it questions, feel it out, write it out, know the feeling, and know when it's boiling. And get aware when it's boiling so you can peace out. Man, I really will be handling my anger situations different from this one situation that happened recently. This really opened my eyes to, a better process to handle it. All right, well, that's all the good stuff I got to share with you guys. Thank you so much for showing up. Have a good, beautiful day. And also, be mindful of things that irritate you. Because little irritations can add up to become a big thing. So if you address them while you experience them, you're able to kind of take a little bit of the stack off as it might be building. All right, good night, or good day. Bye.